Today on Admirals All Access. The man, the myth, the legend, the mascot. Since 1998, Roscoe has been firing up hockey crowds and bringing smiles to faces all over Milwaukee. Find out what it's like to be big and orange next on Admirals All Access. Sunday afternoon in Milwaukee. It's a game day for the Admirals and their award-winning game ops crew. In 2 hours, the team will be hosting a game against the Rockford Ice Hogs. But for now, last-minute details are being worked on in preparation of the biggest party of the year.
Since today is Roscoe's birthday, we have Roscoe and Rascal are two normal mascots. Nash came up from Nashville. Tux is in from Wilkes-Barre Scranton. And I think 12 or 13 other corporate and sponsor mascots. If it's your first time, we really appreciate you guys coming. It's gonna be a lot of fun. There's a lot of stuff to do. You're gonna sweat. The meeting is really just get everyone on the same page, say thank you for coming, and then just to give assignments. We wanna get those guys feeling relaxed and comfortable in the environment. That one over there.
For the past 16 years, Roscoe has faithfully served as the Admirals mascot. For 14 of those years, one man has donned the big orange suit.
The way I became Roscoe was back in 1998. I was listening to Hot 1021 here in Milwaukee, and they had a radio ad, and they said, well, Milwaukee Admirals are looking for a brand new mascot. I'm like, oh my gosh, I go to about 20 games a season, I can ice skate, perfect. 30 people had signed up for the tryout, and only 5 people showed up to the tryout. And when we were done, a couple weeks later, I was brought in for a meeting along with another gentleman who ended up being my backup, and the two of us were hired for the team. Roscoe's a kid at heart, curious about some things, nice. You know, Roscoe's not that mean mascot that's out there. Roscoe's out there to have a fun time. But the personality, it's tough to put into words because it's just something I put that head on and I become Roscoe. We have 2 fur suits. It's fur just up to the arms. It's actually a mesh material in the mid-torso part of the body, so that way it breathes a little bit better. There is a fat suit that's inside there. The older I get, it seems the less I need it, but we still wear it. The head weighs around 11 pounds. Not sure exactly, but that's kind of what we tell people. For washing Roscoe, the job is split kind of between Harry and myself. Harry does a great job of getting that costume clean. It smells good. I mean, I walk up to people during games and, wow, Roscoe, you smell good. Either way, the costumes, we want to make sure that they're always smelling good because you're constantly hugging people, shaking hands, and there is nothing worse than somebody walking up to the costume and smelling like a hockey player. So we try to make sure that Roscoe doesn't smell like our players.
Happy birthday, Roscoe!
Once the meeting is over, Roscoe and his guests begin their transformations.
I'm here for Roscoe's birthday party. I don't think there's going to be much of a competition between me and Roscoe. I think it's going to be more of a friendly encounter. It's Roscoe's birthday, so I'm not going to want to go out there and pounce on him on his birthday. That wouldn't be very nice. But Hammy, on the other hand, you never know. Hammy's the opposing team tonight, so I'm on Roscoe's side.
This looks glorious, but it's essential to any mascot. It's just getting the t-shirts rolled for tossing. Sometimes we use the cannon, sometimes we hand toss. The goal is to get it kind of hard, like a hardball baseball, so it'll fly further. When Roscoe throws it, it's nice and soft and tries to chuck it, it won't go that far. So that's why the extreme stretching and the double rubber banding. Yep. Only 10 more to go.
Once the head goes on, the hijinks begin.
15, 20 minutes before we have to be on the ice, then we start going. And then it's just getting dressed and just getting in the zone. And then it's just that walk. Like when you step out your locker room door, and we're on the complete opposite side of the arena usually, and we have to walk around the arena to the Admirals bench, and it's just that walk where it's it's go time, and you're just in your head, in your zone. You have to be in that persona at that time, and then just life for the crowd on the ice and keep going from there.
With the game only minutes away, the mascots ready themselves for what's about to happen next.
We do a birthday party for Roscoe every year. I think it's almost every sports team's excuse to have other mascots at the game. It's free entertainment. The teams don't pay the other teams to bring their mascot. It's mutual publicity for all the teams and corporate sponsors that bring their mascots. It's just a fun excuse to bring a bunch of mascots out to pretend they're there for a birthday party. So we celebrate Roscoe's birthday in January because it's during the season.
It's 5 p.m. and team introductions get underway.
The first period, some days can be a little easier, some days can be a little rough. Roscoe's birthday party was jam-packed because we just tried to do so much. Nash was a whole different wrinkle because we're like, you want to be introduced? Yeah. You want to throw a t-shirt? Yeah. Okay, so now I have to put on skates. It was really my job then just to keep him in right areas. Like, don't cross over the red line when the other team cuts out because you're going to get checked. And just guide him that way.
Once the anthem plays, it's a race off the ice to change footwear and get to the first promotion.
It's a two-man job to flip Roscoe's shoes out just because of speed. He needs to be up to the 200 level by the 17-minute clock, and usually the clock is rolling right about now, so we just have to get him up there as fast as possible.
Throughout the game, Roscoe also needs to be at promotions. There are certain promotions that Roscoe needs to be at, and then there's others that not require Roscoe to be there. It varies from 0 to as many as 6 or 7 appearances we have to make throughout the game, stopping by people in the stands for birthday parties or just a quick hello and a picture.
On this route, Roscoe is going to go see one of his favorite season ticket holders. We'll bring him a dog treat. It's a piece of big beef jerky. Gets it every game. Makes them happy to give it to him, so should probably catch up.
The pace throughout the first period is frantic, with no time to stop for rest.
In between our scheduled stops and everything we have to do, as I call Roscoe, he's just an unguided missile of fun. Just go and cause havoc, make people laugh. Everybody wants to hug Roscoe, take pictures with him, things of that nature. And that's some of the hardest part is saying no. Smile. I mean, if we have to be somewhere with a minute to go, I'm really sorry. You can follow us and we'll take your picture after. I have to be the bad cop sometimes. And since Roscoe can't do it, I have to. And so, I mean, that's part of the job, people not understanding things of that nature and being mad at me, but I'd rather them be mad at me instead of the big ones. Just for a fun improv birthday game, we'll pin the tail on Hammy. Hammy is the Rockford Ice Hogs mascot who has graced us with their presence today. It's also awesome that we're playing them as well. So, yeah, we're going to head to 223 and just have some birthday shenanigans, I suppose. Pin the tail on Hammy! You know, it was just something we thought of doing and we didn't think out the execution that well. Just like, we'll make pigtails out of paper and put tape on it. How hard could this be? When Roscoe's hand is all fur, so having him carry tape, it's just going to stick to his fur. And then getting the other mascots to hold it right. We really didn't think about this one too well. It's one of those things, if we do it next year, way more planning.
With the first period over, the mascots take a much-needed break.
A lot of kids. Got a lot of hugs and pictures. And, just having a good time.
It's been going pretty well. So far, just hanging out, taking pictures with kids, high fives, hugs, all that kind of stuff.
We're going to take a break for a little bit. Our next big thing is going to be our t-shirt bombs. And then we're going to do improv piñata up in the 400 level as well. Let's hope it goes better than the tail, but it's still a piñata. Get the hit stuff.
While the Admirals are navigating the ice during the second period, mascots are perched in the upper deck, waiting to rain down t-shirts on the crowd.
Everyone loves a free t-shirt, everyone. And so having a t-shirt bomb, I think each mascot had 6 t-shirts spread up through the whole arena. And it's a great visual for the cameras, actually, seeing everyone get up, turn around, and just start screaming for a t-shirt. Go, 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 go! Tim and Tell and Hammy didn't really work. And then we're like, we're gonna do a pinata. We're in the 400 level. We're above 204, which is like our rowdiest, our most loyal fan section. And we're like, we're gonna break this pinata, and we're gonna toss candy to all these people. I raise it up, they're about to swing, boom. The zip tie that was attached to the pinata just ripped right through it. Thank you, gravity. I had to just hold the pinata and pray these people with limited vision and a stick weren't gonna hit me. In the end, the fans got the candy, the mascots got some candy. Again, we'll plan that better next year. The pinata failed miserably. My worry was the zip tie would break from the bag, and that's exactly what happened. It just ripped through it. So, again, you can't plan for everything, so being a mascot is all about improvising.
South, Hammy, you're out the door. My team! Who is Nash, UWM, Major, Landmark, Ebenezer, Wilderness, follow me!
With the second intermission only minutes away, the mascots break up into teams and head back down toward the ice. Part of being an ambassador for the team means being visible in the community and during school visits across the area.
It's a lot of fun visiting schools because the kids react real well. Lots of screaming, a lot of excitement. Kids are full of energy, so it's a lot of fun to do school visits.
Roscoe's a rock star. Around town, people recognize Roscoe. He represents us at a lot of different functions, whether it's school visits like we were here today. He is probably the most recognizable person in our organization is the big 6'8" orange dog. One of the first questions we asked when we came in with our ownership group was, should we change what the mascot is? And overwhelmingly, when we went out into the community and said, what should the Admirals do about their mascot? The answer was nothing. You have an awesome mascot and you shouldn't do anything with it. He's a very recognizable character. He's fun. He doesn't scare kids. You have something that really works and you should continue to do it. And they were 100% correct. And it's a good thing that we've got Roscoe as part of our entertainment.
I love doing any event with kids. When he shows up, they just have a ball. And whenever he comes flying out of a corner or into the gym, the kids just go bananas. So it's a lot of fun.
It was fun for Mark and I to be able to go out there, and we spoke to a couple of classrooms about leadership, and then Roscoe came out and kind of stole our thunder, and that's when the place really got going. So, it was good for us to get out there though, and I think Roscoe's always the big show pretty much wherever you go, and especially when you're dealing with elementary schools and stuff like that. So, I think it's a great mascot, and it's a big part of our team.
So we're about to go on the ice right now with all these guys. We're gonna play mascot and mascot broom ball. Just the big party thing with all the mascots for Roscoe's birthday. It's Team Roscoe and Nash versus Team Tux and Hammy. So the Milwaukee Nashville affiliate versus the other AHL guys. The Lighthouse, Monty the Moose, Major Gouldsby's mascot, Pounce the Panther, and Ebenezer Hart are all on Roscoe's team. The other team got Dr. Squealgood from the Hog, Craven and Creep Up, State Fair, and a whole bunch of other guys. Broom ball starts, and Roscoe's team scores right away. Awesome, because we want Roscoe to win. It's his birthday. It's a rule, you never want to upstage the home mascot. And we have 5 minutes of broom ball. Well, about 2 minutes later, it's kind of like, okay, let's pick it up here. So we needed a little excitement. So I audibled to Nash to check Hammy, just because Hammy's the heel. We're playing the Ice Hogs. He's like, okay. So Nash viciously checks Hammy. And Hammy's like, gets up, has no idea what's going on, figures it out, and wants to fake fight Nash, where then I proceed to break it up and throw Hammy in the box because, again, I didn't see the good guy Nash do anything.
The broomball match is over, giving way to the fan favorite human hockey puck. The Predators mascot Nash is scheduled to go next, but another guest decides to sneak in ahead of him.
Tuck's like to push, like go as far as he possibly could. Like, you're not going to do this. Oh yeah? Watch me. Like we tried to pull him from human hockey puck just because of time constraints, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to do it anyway. And I was sending people to get his sled. He literally tried to do everything possible he could and just knew that we couldn't get done. And it's nice that Nash won human hockey puck, since he's our guest of honor, and you know he came all the way up here from Nashville. Next up, though, we're going to take a few-minute breather. Roscoe's then going to run up for the Admirable Fan, an award we give to not just a season ticket holder, a person who brings a big group, someone that does something awesome for the Admirals. And then we're going to wait and then do his birthday. Got it. After we sing happy birthday, all the mascots will help pass out the cake to all the little kids and fans in the stands, and cause havoc. I told all the mascots, be here at the 14 so we can be ready. No Nash or Roscoe. Still no Nash or Roscoe. So we're waiting and waiting. He's not answering, I'm calling him. He's not answering his wife, so I'm calling him. I don't know. Seriously, I have no idea. We set up a group picture. We're just trying to buy time. Still no Nash or Roscoe. Houston, we have a problem.
With time running out, will the featured guest make it in time for cake and singing? Each year, Roscoe does over 130 off-ice appearances at various community events and festivals. Getting to all of them on time and in costume requires some creativity.
For years, when Roscoe would show up to appearances, I would bring my bags into wherever we were going, and people would, oh, what's in the bag? Oh, pizza, you know, because it's a big red bag, and it looked like a Pizza Hut bag. But people would still put two and two together when they saw the guy walking in with the big bags, walking out. One of the solutions I came up with was to change in my van. I put the seats down in such a way that I can sit on the floor in the van and put the whole costume on. And because I have power doors in the van, I can, you know, it looks like they automatically open as I walk up to it. And I keep my keys on me. And even when I'm working with a spotter, I still change in the car. It makes it much easier. And we're able to come and go from the appearances a lot easier, because that way if I just jump in the van, Harry jumps in the driver's seat and we're off to the next appearances. Because most of the time we're not just doing one in one day, we're doing multiple appearances when we go out. Throughout the year, Roscoe does a lot of appearances in the community. Roscoe's all over the place. With doing about 150 a year, where I'm doing the majority of them, I do have to rely on Harry to help me out from time to time. With doing 150, you know, we're doing, you know, on average 2 or 3 a week. Nights and weekends, even in the off season in the summertime, requires me to make sure the costume's ready, be able to drive to the appearance. We enjoy doing it, and that just kind of keeps us, you know, as part of the team throughout all 12 months of the year.
It's time for cake and singing, and Nash and Roscoe are nowhere to be found.
So I'm in a mad dash to find them. And with, I think, 9:50 on the clock, where we're already supposed to be singing, I see them and I'm just like, book it. I'm just yelling at them, you run as fast as you can, get there. I don't know how there wasn't a whistle before they got there. Thank goodness there wasn't. I mean, I think the whistle happened and he just was walking up, which is literally typical Roscoe style, so good job, Nash. What happened was Nash and Roscoe came up together, but being the belle of the ball, basically, the same problem happened. Everyone wanted to have their picture taken with them. I mean, he's popular and people wanted their picture, and good for those guys for saying yes and taking their pictures, but I wish one of us were there just to help them along a little faster. So there's a fan down in this section. At every game, when we come off the tunnel, he sits right on the edge, yells at Roscoe for not bringing him pizza. Every single game. Roscoe has yet to bring him pizza. We brought him empty pizza boxes. We brought the pizza to him and dropped it. We just like messing with him. It's kind of a long-running joke. So I told him to throw it in his face. I don't think he will. So I think Roscoe's being nice and bringing the cake. Right now there's about 30 seconds left in the game. Unfortunately, Rockford scored like 2 goals in a minute. Tied 3s, so it looks like we're gonna head to overtime. Roscoe typically doesn't head out during overtime, but if there's a shootout, Roscoe will go to where the opposing player's shooting onto our goal and try to distract them. Whenever the game does end though, because it's Roscoe's birthday party and we're celebrating him, Nash and Roscoe are gonna head upstairs and do our autograph corner. And if the line's not too long or it goes pretty quick, Roscoe's been known to also join for the post-game skate. So yeah, today he's going to work out. But yeah, it's been a good game. The fans have been all really happy, all really responsive. So, I mean, can't really get much better than that. I'd call it a win.
When the dust finally settles, the party has been a success. Another year in the books for the Milwaukee icon, who continues to bring fun and frivolity not only to hockey fans, but to everyone he meets.